downtown Detroit, it's Jason Carr Live with your host, Jason Carr.
Along with Jacob. You remember Jake.
I'm back.
They're applauding for you, Jake.
I'm glad to be back.
John, can we see you?
Yes, of course.
Jacob Hirschman here. There's John. He used to sit. Can you go back to you?
Uh-huh.
He used to sit right there and assist John and fill in for John when John was off. Now he is a big shot Esquire barrister to be, a law student down in Florida, specifically in Miami, which would explain why he's sitting here with you and me, fleeing the hurricane. What you don't know about Jake is that he had to flee from the Fraser sinkhole to go to Miami to be chased out of Miami by a hurricane. Do you think that maybe Mother Nature or somebody's trying to tell you something?
It's I just can't stay away from disaster. I don't know.
From the Fraser sinkhole to possibly returning to see his apartment no longer there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's when I was told to leave on Tuesday, they just kind of said, "Go and we'll tell you when to come back." We don't know when or how or why. It's just it's kind of crazy.
All right. Describe for us what it was like right before you left. How chaotic a scene is it in Miami? Because you're going to the U. You're in Miami.
I am in Miami, right in Miami. It's right by the water. It's crazy. Over the weekend, everyone in South Florida, when we asked about the hurricane.
Do we have video, John?
Yes.
Let's take a look here.
Yeah. So this is some video, obviously, from like the islands that have already been hit, and even when they were being hit, a lot of the South Floridians were saying, "Don't worry about it." They say hurricanes are going to hit all the time. But Tuesday afternoon, I got a text that all my classes were canceled, and basically immediately everyone was like, "Okay, this is actually serious. You need to get out." So I went to try to fly out of Miami, but flights were like nearing $1,000. So
price gouging.
Yeah. So that night I drove to Orlando, stayed at some motel for like $50, and then I flew out of Orlando early Wednesday morning for like $150.
You see, now haven't they called for an inquiry into the price gouging on the part of the airlines ahead of the hurricane? I thought I saw something about that out of Washington.
Yeah, I think they've kind of lowered them now, and I know JetBlue specifically had to say they were capping flights at $99 out of Miami, but when like people first started leaving early in the week, it was like crazy. Like I couldn't get a flight out of Miami for anything reasonable.
Now, you're a young one. You're a college student. I'm surrounded here at the digital domain. I am surrounded by millennials. Yesterday I tweeted, "Hey Amazon, why don't you bring your second headquarters and 50,000 jobs right here to Detroit?" And that has since gone viral. Your thoughts, Jake, and yours, John, about Amazon coming to Detroit? I think it's a no-brainer.
I mean, I don't see why not.
John?
What do I think? I think it's it'd be great if they came here. There might not be quite enough talent for them to acquire here.
All right, well, we can move on from John. Let's go to TV, Ken. Boo, says the rest of the staff. Here comes Ken. Look out. Here comes Ken.
That's a fantastic idea. Who invited Jake back?
Hello.
We certainly have enough population to warrant it. We have enough office space to warrant it. And the same house that you would pay $1 million for in New York City or on the other coast, here you could get that house for like less than half that, probably 60% less than that. So, and Detroit's happening. Probably the hippest, coolest city on the planet right now. We're drawing them from far and wide, right, Rod Maloney? Absolutely, says Rod. This might be the most amazing thing you'll see today. This is not a time lapse. We have here a pine cone opening.
Yes, it's really cool. Now let me turn up the volume because you'll be able to hear it. Isn't that wild?
Mind blown.
Yeah.
It's like popcorn.
It's like popcorn, says Jake.
So apparently that happens when the heat gets real hot. If there's a forest fire, the tree will be able to expand real quick and release its seeds. Pretty neat. Now, we were talking about the hurricane. I was looking for a good way for us to transition from all that powerful weather to this. So I don't know if you've probably seen this. This is a very famous weather forecast.
Then I don't need a jacket. Thanks, Arthur.
Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Try that?
Then I don't need a jacket.
So
I don't know. Where did you dig
Much
this
of the
up
wear.
from?
this is
Gonna be
the
hot.
famous meme.
Try
Now
that?
watch this.
And I don't need a jacket.
Is there no end to foolishness on the
Thanks out
internet?
there.
I'm shocked you haven't seen this before. Pretty popular thing.
No, I was thinking of another one. Let's skip around and come back to Irma. Let's go on to Bear Cub versus Flamingo. Who will win?
Ready?
Yes. I see what you did there.
Yep.
Got Mama Bear there too.
You know, that flamingo is actually putting up quite a fight.
Shocked it hasn't popped.
Roberta Kessler Brandt says Fibonacci effect on the pine cone. Fibonacci lines on a stock chart, maybe, but CBR is here. Good morning to you. Joel says hip just because of a stadium. No, not just because of a stadium. I feel, you know what, Ken and Jacob, I feel I'm getting this vibe off of John back here behind us that he's got some sort of axe to grind. That when I brought up the whole Amazon coming to Detroit for a second HQ, he kind of hemmed and hawed and made like a sour face.
I think he's a little threatened because I'm back, to be honest. I think that's what it is.
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be wonderful if they came here. We definitely have the space for that type of campus for them to build that type of thing.
TV's Ken has mastered the art of the brief punch, like the walk on, the cameo, and then boom, out. Mic drop, done. Incredible flip flops are just $26 on Amazon, Jake.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, how about these?
Interesting.
Those are flip flops?
Yeah, they're flip flops.
You know what? I might have to get those for when I go back. I'm wearing my dad's tennis shoes that are stained green from mowing the lawn because I didn't bring any shoes home. Because I just kind of got out of there as fast as I could.
To refresh our top story, special guest Jake, whom you might remember is being seated back here with John throughout most of the run of this program, went off to law school at the U in Miami, and they got, he basically lived at the mouth of the sinkhole in Fraser, got away from that, and then went to school, and now it's like nature is chasing him.
Now I'm back to the sinkhole, where it all began.
Where it all began. Roberta says, we need some of those fish shoes for her husband.
They're pretty stylish.
They're like the Billy Mouth bass.
Yeah. Give me back the fillet of fish. Give me that fish. A large tanker truck carrying thousands of gallons of milk, not milk, overturned in Howard County, Maryland yesterday afternoon, fully loaded with milk when it landed on the side of the Columbia Turnpike. Aerials show milk leaking along the side of the highway. Emergency crews partially closed a section of the road to deal with that. It's unknown if the driver was injured or what caused that crash.
A lot of people crying over there.
Yeah, over the spilled milk. Spilt
milk.
Spilt milk.
Spilt milk.
Milk, as we say in the Midwest, or some of us do. I wasn't even aware that Jake had a key to the executive washroom. We have an executive washroom?
Yeah. You don't know about that?
Oh, wow. Awkward.
Rich and compelling, now this.
Ready? This one's good.
Oh!
Spectacular aim.
How did he hold on to it that long? It seems impossible that he could even do that.
The home movies that Jake brought with him from Frasier when Jake was just but a buzz cut lad.
Standing on the edge of the sinkhole, that's actually where that is right there.
That's how long the sinkhole has been there. It's now a pond, and Jake has grown up. Look.
Oh my god.
I know.
Time flies. I just want to say, I don't know what context this is in, but the Filet of Fish song is stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
Give me back that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. Now we need to find that on YouTube so we can play it. Can you find it, John?
I don't know if we're allowed.
Loud in what sense?
And we don't necessarily own the rights to the music. And
No, we
Facebook
say
is pretty
courtesy
good.
of McDonald's.
I'll go ahead and give it a shot. We'll see. If the video comes down, it comes down.
Well, I think what we have here is a challenge. And a giraffe at the Milwaukee County Zoo giving birth to a new baby calf over Labor Day weekend. Did you hear about that, Jake?
I did not, but I know everyone loves baby giraffes. I remember when I was here before I left, we covered April the giraffe for about, it seemed like a year.
Seemed like a year, but it was maybe only 6 months.
But
Aw, baby giraffe.
I was actually between Miami and Milwaukee for my choices of law school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I almost went to Marquette in Milwaukee. Wouldn't have been affected by a hurricane there. I'd still be in school.
Chelsea says, please give a shout out to the Scarefest Scream Park opening tonight, 7 p.m. in New Haven, Lenox Township.
Shout out.
Shout out. Juan Cantu Leal says, buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Me gusta queso.
System.
I should be better at Spanish, but unfortunately, not so much.
Oh, I was pulling it up. Now hold on, I've got the high quality version here.
Oh, here it is. Look at this. Large and in shard.
Frankie the fish.
Yes.
Never knew.
All right. Rich and compelling part 2. Now this.
Oh boy, hold on.
Whoa.
Oh, did you see
What
that?
was that?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Okay. What do I have as rich and compelling part 2? Oh yeah, look at this thing.
What is that?
That
is that a dodo?
No, it's a, what is that called? A duck-billed stork? Or something
What is
like
it?
that?
A duck-billed stork. Oh, that's...
It's what Big Bird is modeled off of, correct?
I mean, I can see it.
That is wild.
Jeez, how big is that thing?
Happy 21st birthday, Ben.
A shoebill. A shoebill is what it's called.
Jeez.
Yeah. Very
creepy.
And it's looking like it's trying to attack.
It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
And
Speaking of which,
oh, yep.
it is in theaters. That's wild.
Oh yeah,
that thing
and
is
these things are
huge.
vicious. They'll actually kill. So normally they'll have 2 eggs, and one of the siblings will end up killing the other sibling. Whichever one grows just a little bit faster will end up putting the other one out.
Survival of the fittest, I guess. Mm-hmm. Jeez. That thing's huge.
So what do you hear from your friends down in Miami as we return to more or less the top of the rundown? Hurricane Irma already pounded the islands in the Caribbean and now is taking dead aim at South Florida, Miami in particular. We saw a video earlier this morning on the Today Show of South Beach, like empty.
Yep. Yeah.
Like not a soul in sight.
Yeah, well, it's in a mandatory evacuation now. I have a few friends who are just getting out today, and they said it's just crazy walking around. All the Publix, all the stores are pretty much closed now. Everyone's pretty much gone. The last couple of days, there's been traffic literally all the way up Florida, from Miami to Orlando to Jacksonville, and a lot of people I know are fleeing to Atlanta. It's just been crazy. It's a ghost town basically at this point.
11 years ago, 10 months ago, we stayed at the Colony Hotel in South Beach, and then I took my now wife out to the beach and proposed to her, dropped to one knee in the sand, and she said yes, and then we returned to Miami 10 years ago next month and got married at the National in South Beach, right there on the water, and we were talking about, I was looking actively at booking travel down there to celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary in South Beach. And who knows what's going to happen here in the next 3 days. It's going to change the landscape down there. So
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's supposed to make landfall Sunday, and until that happens, we really don't know what the future is going to hold. It being right on the water, it could do some serious damage.
I know. I hope we return to Miami again and again and again. Obviously, getting married there, getting engaged there, it's a special place for us. So, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Miami, Greater Miami, that entire region, South Florida. Hurricane Irma, a heartfelt gesture before the arrival is just what one Florida woman needed. Pam Breke made her way to a...
I don't have the video.
You don't have the video?
No.
How about the generator?
I can grab it. It'll take me a minute. You guys want to move on to a different one, and let's talk about SpaceX.
Did you lose it? You just never had it, or?
I just didn't put it in the folder.
Oh, all right. Don't worry about it. Irma has weakened from a Category 5 to a Category 4 with maximum sustained winds nearing 155 miles per hour, but it remains a powerful hurricane with all this weather. Let's take a look. Is this the intro for the earlier thing that we showed?
Yeah, for the...
He was going to trip me up with the classic bit? Okay.
Yeah.
Because we kind of skipped around in the rundown today, so returning to Irma, do we have the satellite, the radar imagery?
I'll have to grab it from yesterday.
Well, yesterday would be yesterday's satellite, though, right?
I don't have today's satellite.
Okay. So let's return to the end of the rundown. SpaceX launching another classified spacecraft for the Air Force today from Kennedy Space Center. This is the 5th mystery mission for one of the experimental orbital test vehicles and the first liftoff on a Falcon 9 rocket. Air Force has stressed that the spacecraft is testing technologies and hauling experiments. What sort of experiments?
Probably, no, I don't know. I really
Aliens.
don't know. It very well could be, Jacob.
How about those mysterious radio bursts? Did you see that?
No.
They picked up, like, way way far away. They got these high-intensity radio bursts. And they're like, aliens?
Probably trying to watch the show, likely.
Alien propulsion, maybe? Launching spaceships or something?
Yeah, single
see it?
strange repeating fast radio burst.
Yeah, fast. Strange repeating fast radio bursts that they picked up from the other side of the cosmos. And they're trying to figure out what the heck it is because they don't know.
You never know.
Could be what's causing the Fraser sinkhole and hurricanes to form 3 at once.
It's following me.
The JW Marriott Desert Springs Resort will deliver to your room a 10-pound donut, Tahitian vanilla cake cream, raspberry jelly infused on the inside. 10 pounds.
You eat it in the bathtub, even. Interesting. It's too big.
It's amazing, though. It's so cool.
That's...
Tammy Coleman, happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Tammy.
Somebody said that they were waking up from Memphis. Who was that? Was it Carrie? There, it's Carrie Des Coteau.
Des Coteau.
Des Coteau. Des Coteau. Carrie Des Coteau. Make sure you go to the Blue City Cafe, my favorite barbecue in all the land. Right there in downtown Memphis, behind the Memphis, or the Peabody. The Peabody Hotel where the ducks come out of the elevator and get in the fountain. Then go back in the elevator, go up to the roof, and go in that fountain.
Interesting.
Carrie Decoteau says me, LOL.
Decoteau.
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 We have a guest host on Live in the D today. By the way, banner day yesterday on Live in the D.
Yeah?
Number one, like demos, like strong numbers. It was like everybody decided, like on the same day, hey, we're all going to watch Jason and Tati.
Yeah. All right.
So there's a bit of a
Thursday.
celebratory mood around the office today that we finished number one at 10 a.m. on local TV. So we're proud of that fact, and thank you. And we hope to see you at 10 o'clock this morning on Live in the D because we have a special guest host.
Who's that?
Somebody that you went to school with.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Should we give it away? You know who is guest hosting with me today in Live in the D?
I do. He was one of our interns.
Yeah, that's me. No. I'm not doing Live in the D, unfortunately. I'm not
Live in
that
the
big
D
shot.
on TV.
Oh, I didn't know. Who's doing Live in the D with you today?
Kim DiGiulio.
Kim.
Kim.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Escaping hurricanes.
This guy just ran from a hurricane.
Oh.
My parents are running Saturday night.
Oh, jeez.
I have a request. Can I join you?
Yeah, seriously.
Josh, I don't mean to jump in there.
Oh, it's Jake, but it's all right.
Come on up. Rod Maloney is about to enter the fray.
Yeah, no,
It's a party up here.
I want to talk Equifax.
Yes, by all means.
Here, I'll take a look. You want me to stand here?
Yeah.
I'll stand behind you. I'll look thin. That works. Okay, here's the deal. The Equifax thing, it's 1 in 2 adults in this country is affected, okay?
Okay, I looked it up. I'm affected.
And I am too. And so you go to, if you haven't looked yourself up, go to EquifaxSecurity2017.com. It's actually not that hard to remember. EquifaxSecurity2017.com. You can go on our website on Click on Detroit and find it there if you're having trouble getting to that. You go to that site, you put in your last name and your social security number, and it'll tell you whether you're affected. Now, I had a woman call me and she said, I'm married, I'm remarried, and I have a maiden name. So she checked her maiden name and her last married name. She was affected, but under her current name, she's not. So if you have other names, check it and do that. Now, I have this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. This is called the Identity Theft Recovery Plan, which is a booklet from the Federal Trade Commission. And it is an entire plan on how to rehabilitate credit to help yourself with that. We have it linked on clickondetroit.com. You can download this in like 30 seconds and have it, okay? So like if your bank or if a creditor is giving you a hard time, they have letters in here that you can actually just mock up and then ship off to them so that you can help yourself with your credit. So get this because you're probably 50-50 shot you're going to need it, okay? Last six digits, I'm sorry. Last 6 digits.
Rod Maloney. I feel like at a certain point, didn't it sound like he was going to try to sell me rust proofing on my car?
I got some aluminum siding for you.
Your phone's going off, Rod.
Always good when Rod stops by.
Terry says your credit score is available this morning to everyone in the world.
Oh, it's scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Oh, Chris says, hi, Rob Maloney.
That's what Kwame used to call
Maloney. Christopher Maloney. All right, later, Gators. We'll see you later, too. We are going to wrap things up here. Get ready for Live in the D.
Stay classy, Detroit.